And we are live. Hey everyone, I'm Christopher Shaw, the CEO of the Infinity Firm, and this is Adrian Ford.
COO of the Infinity Firm.
Yeah, and we just like to take this time to, kind of introduce ourselves. What our broadcast, the Business Minds as a whole, is a community geared around entrepreneurship. We created a community from real world entrepreneurs helping real world entrepreneurs on different levels grow. It's a private community where you have to have a membership to join, but it's so worth the investment. Me personally, I've been an entrepreneur for about 8 years, just helping people with web design, branding, digital marketing, things for that nature. And then wanted to really help more people in a broader sense. And so I had the idea of bringing together a community, and I was blessed to have, a right-hand man, my boy, Adrian Ford, join on, and we created the Infinity Firm, which is our personal firm that still handles the digital marketing, web design from that aspect. But also we also have a full team of thought leaders within the business minds that can help you in different aspects. This show, the broadcast, is all about highlighting our community to those who aren't a part of our community and showing you why you should join. It's a great opportunity, very affordable, and it gives you that community that a lot of times as entrepreneurs we lack, and most of the time we don't know. And so we're going to have a show every Saturday at 2, and we're going to interview a member of our community. And this week is supposed to be doctor. Sorry, we have so many doctors. I say doctor so much, but this week is supposed to be CEO of D&B Consulting, Donnell Bobo, and he's having a little technical difficulty getting on. So I will just we'll just kind of interview ourselves, just kind of let people know about us. We're the leaders of it. They need to know who we are as well. And like I said, I've been an entrepreneur for a long time, and just helping people get a solid presence online. But over the years, I've realized that wasn't enough. Just having a website, just having a logo. These things are important, but it wasn't enough. You actually need you need your whole infrastructure. Wouldn't you agree with that?
I would. You need a team behind you. So many of us get caught in that space of wanting to do everything by ourselves and wanting to grow everything by ourselves. But for any seasoned entrepreneur, they'll tell you that uh, if we knew then what we know now, and this kind of help was available to us, we would have loved it then.
Oh yeah, uh, that's without question. That is out without question. One of the things that I think the entrepreneurs don't realize they need is that community. Is that because we are the self starters, do it ourselves type people, and we lost Adrian. That's okay. We'll keep going. We are the. There you go. We
I'm
are
right
the
here.
starters. Think we can do it all by ourselves, and we can't. Especially when you're just starting out. Especially also when you have a certain idea in mind, you bring it to life. Some things that you're so focused on that big vision, the action steps that's going to take you to get there, we don't really. There goes Bo. We don't really realize how important they are. Let's bring Bo into here. We got Donnell Bobo. He's ready to go. Let me bring him to the stream. Hey, Bo.
How you doing?
There he is.
Doing?
I had to start without you, but we're good.
I know my internet was giving me a problem because it's storming real bad here. So I
Oh,
had to use my cell phone to get in. So here I
Oh,
am.
man, it looks
your
good.
mic is off.
Yeah, that's why I got the cell phones, and I guess the internet that's just a backup plan. So our internet over here is giving us some problems, but we got cell phones.
Hey, man, that don't get me started. My internet too. It may be everybody working from home as well, but what I'm saying. We've been overloading it, but yeah, we were just talking a little about the business minds, and now since you're on here, I want to go ahead and introduce you. This
Okay.
is Mr. Donnell Bobo.
How y'all doing?
Let you introduce. I'll let you introduce yourself, Bo.
Yeah, how y'all doing? My name is Donnell Bobo. I've been in the.
I can't hear him.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay. I said yes. How everybody doing? My name is Donnell
I
Bobo.
can't hear a thing.
You still can? Oh wow, Mr. Ford. Sean, you
Yeah,
can.
that's hey, you keep I can hear him. I can hear him
Okay.
pretty good.
Okay. Well, yeah. My name is Donnell Bobo. I've been in the uh, business for a while, like several business. Been an entrepreneur since I was about 17, 16. Started my journey,
Wow.
all sorts of things. Started off having a small store inside of my grandfather's shop, on to doing real estate, credit, software development. I mean, you name it. Just been an entrepreneur. So right now, my current endeavor consists of building, software, different technology to help people also build their personal credit, business credit, different things of that nature. Just helping others become entrepreneurs. That was my first and most important endeavor, was how to be successful and not work for no one else. That was my plan from day one. Now it kind of seems to pay off. You know what I mean? Because you got to have a backup plan in today's economy. If you was dependent on work 9 to 5 and all of that good stuff, it's difficult. So I'm just an entrepreneur, man, here trying to help.
Well, and a lot of people can relate to that, especially now that the unemployment and a lot of people have been laid off. It should be a wake up call in a sense. Like, hey, I need to be more in control of my finances, even if I'm gonna have a job, right? You should at least have a side hustle or do something to where you're bringing in some type of money to where you just don't you go from something like this happening, you just hit rock bottom. We lost Adrian. We lost Adrian, but that's okay. So as a thought leader in the business minds, what kind of things can people expect if they were to, ask you about, your service and how you can help them? If entrepreneur, somebody was to join the business minds, what can they expect if they were going to ask you and talk to you?
Well, as a businessman thought leader, first I like to say that my professionalism would consist of building that particular person credit, perhaps helping that particular person establish their business portfolio, business profile. So what I can deliver and what I can say they can expect being part of this group, first of all, dedicated entrepreneurs. That's one thing.
Yes, real
Leaders. Yeah,
Yeah,
you got
absolutely.
awesome, which is hence why I joined. I see the dedication there as well as you guys for myself. But I mean, just overall success, success from being, healthy to building your business, to building your understanding of life, your family, but for me, I would say the first endeavor would be their credit, as my benefit. I was speaking as whole as the entire business group. But from my perspective, I'll be able to assist clients with building their credit, helping them, come from a 300-400 FICO score if they're that low, up to 700-800 where it matters. And then also taking their personal credit to the next level when it comes to bagging and being a personal guarantor behind their businesses. So that'll be a huge benefit, to them. So start with your credit, build your personal credit, and go on and take your business to the next level and get funded. Because our biggest issue is that we don't have the money to do the things we need to do.
That's
So they
true.
can expect
Absolutely.
money.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's very true. Actually, when I first started, I didn't have any credit as an entrepreneur, and to tell you the truth, I didn't think I needed it. Like you always hear, you don't want to get in bad credit, but people don't never stress enough that you actually need it, and if you use it properly, it can work for you. We don't hear that enough. We just hear, "Hey, don't get, bad credit can hurt you." But if you use it properly, and that's what you could do, you can help people use the credit, use the funding in the right way once they join the business minds, and kind of point them in the right direction in that sense of the word. That's good. That's good, and that's why we bring it. That's why we created the community to have as a whole, to where we can kind of help entrepreneurs, people who are starting a business, people who even seasoned business, kind of lead them in the right direction and let them know we're here to support them. That's cool, man. We and your website, what's your website?
www.boknowscredit.com.
Yeah, boknowscredit.com. Okay.
So
Cool.
let's dig a little bit more into Bono's credit. So when you started, was it when you first wanted to do all this, was it first Bo knows credit, or did Bo have to learn credit before he started telling everybody that he knows credit?
Ah,
How did Bo come to learn?
man, I've been doing this for about 25 years now. So I
Man,
started off, and that wasn't the original name. I thought about using because Bobo, my last name, and it just dawned on me years down the line, like Bo knows, because I'm starting to get a lot of informed. Where they say a wise man claim to know nothing, which I don't know nothing. I'm steady learning. Because if you think you know it all, then you stop seeking. So
yeah, that's true.
people just start
Absolutely.
calling it or saying like, man, you know this, you know that, you know this, but again, I've been doing this about 25 years now. So when I started when I was 18, 19, my mom put me on the back of her credit card as an authorized user. And people didn't know what that was. Some people still don't know what it was. And this was 25
No.
years ago. So there were people taking advantage of the authorized user concept way before anyone ever knew. And that's how they was buying their homes and cars and starting their businesses. You can piggyback off someone else's good credit. So my mom put me on her credit card. I didn't know what it was then. I just know I had good credit. I was running around doing things with my credit and all kind
Right.
of stuff. So I took it to another, started investing in real estate. I was about 21, so that taught me different things. We started buying and fixing up houses, and it just brought me to this level. So, and I learned a lot about credit. Before the market crashed in 2008, I was helping people buy homes by fixing their credit. I fixed their credit, sent them back to the lender to get a rapid rescore. They go buy a home, and then I turned around and had to modify those same people homes because the market crashed. Modification and short sales before Obama came in, I was helping them save their homes. But throughout that entire course, I was fixing credit. So from there, even my credit, when my mom put me on, I used my credit, to kind of get me farther ahead. After I
Right.
paid somebody $750 in 1999 and they didn't do a thing. Now that's what triggered me. From
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and that'll do it. But see
got
that
mad.
education piece is so priceless because I think I had just found out about that just a couple of years ago. The only other thing that we knew was to co-sign for somebody, not to make
Right.
somebody an authorized user. So the
Mm.
education piece, that that you were provided, I mean, it was so essential to who you became today.
Thank you.
That's what's up. That's cool. Uh, what is the vision? What's the vision for your company? Do you want it to be? Do you want it to be worldwide? Where are you headed with the Bo Nose brand?
I mean, it could perhaps on the business side, it could be world or globally for the simple fact that, business is world anyway, as I dig further
Nowadays,
into what I'm, everything is world dominant now. Even the companies that promote and but let me explain. Let me just throw this in there because that's a good question, but it got a lot of answers that I can throw in there. First of all, I like being, I want to start in the community and stand out. You see what I
hmm
mean? So it's better start in your backyard. You can't get your backyard settled, can't get your neighborhood together. How can you get elsewhere together? So if
that's
I planted my roots here in the St. Louis, Missouri area, and expanded outwards, which is how I tapped into you guys down in Dallas. And now we tapping into other countries based on the fact that other countries use, or provide funding to no matter where you are. And come to think about it, Equifax, Experian, these guys they're not US native companies. They in London and, over there in Paris, somewhere over there. I'm not sure. I
whoa,
got it.
that's
But yeah, they're
cool.
not even based and they headquarters where they might have corporations and
Yeah,
establishments here.
that's their
They're not
headquarters.
US. So of course we want to take things globally, but the key is just to start and get people around you together first, like your family, your friend, the community, you know what I mean? Ethnic, different people that need the services, because a lot of people are unfamiliar with how powerful, and I'm gonna stress that how powerful credit is. Credit is very, very huge. We have a credit system, we have a money system, we have a cryptocurrency system, we have a debit card system. Like we need to understand how these systems work and apply them in our life because it's what we live in. We living in the Wizard of Oz,
Now I want to ask you though, if you were going to help somebody get business credit, do they usually use their personal credit? What if they have bad personal credit?
Yeah, and see, here's the thing. Now, your business credit cannot really establish credit on its own unless it has some sort of trade references, which is the same thing as trade lines. The
Okay.
business has to show that they've been doing business with other business good and for a good time. So your reputation has to be there. Part of what we do is assist with adding trade lines. You can purchase trade lines for your business to show that. but you still have to have so many before you can do things without your personal credit, which is known as a personal guarantor. So sometimes you need a PG, sometimes you don't. But in the event you do need a PG, which is what I do for my clients, we instruct them to improve their credit. Don't skip the steps unless you got business trade lines. And nowadays it's hard to get business loans without having some type of personal guarantor, unless you
Mhm.
was Walmart. Walmart successful plan consists of them mastering business trade references. They got over 480 some trades on their company, which allowed them to not only negotiate with vendors, like if I'm buying toothbrush or Schwalm toilet tissue, they can get good deals and on credit because those vendors know that they already have the accounts receivable, meaning the clients coming in like
Mhm.
clockwork to buy product from them. So who's not going to try to sell their product to Walmart? And the fact that Walmart have such a large amount of vendors, they can do anything on credit. That's how you want to look at your company. Once you get over 10, 12 vendors, you good. So an example, if you purchase 3, 4 trade lines, right? And you take that company and yourself, because now you need to be the PG in the beginning stages, and you apply for a loan, you get that loan. That's 5 lines. You apply for another loan, you get that loan. That's 6 lines. You see how this going? And then your 7th line can pay off the first 2. Now you got 2 paid off lines plus the other 4 lines you purchase in your new 7 business trade line, and you keep going till you hit a mark to where you don't need to put your social security number down more.
Whoa,
Your
whoa,
EIN number will
whoa,
do the work because
whoa, Bo, giving too much. That's you know that stuff, man. Oh wow, that's impressive. And somebody just starting out, you actually just gave them the recipe, huh? Just kind of starting out, that's how you would do it. And you can help them, you can help startups and entrepreneurs with this whole process from start to finish.
right. Yes.
That's
And
what's up, man.
half if you talking, I know I'm kind of cutting out. Voice is cutting out too. So if you did say anything, I can see your facial expression, but I couldn't hear you. I
Oh,
seen it a little bit. It's cutting in and out.
no,
It's crazy.
I was saying, whoa, slow
So
down.
if I was rolling, so my car was rolling. So if I was rolling, I need to step on the brakes a little bit.
Yeah, nah.
Break time.
You were good. You were good. You did good. That's what's up, man. That you just taught me a lot. Okay, so that's the vision, and that's how you can actually help people. These are the type of people we have in the business minds. People that are knowledgeable, and even like Bo, he has way more experience than me, and I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from the group as well. So it's a community of real world entrepreneurs who have been doing this before this pandemic, and we're going to continue doing it after, and we're a close, tight knit, So yeah, that's good, Bo. Man.
So I'll ask, because this is going to be a question that as we begin to come out of this, and
It's
the thing about pandemics is that that you have one side of people where they're did we lose Bo?
Yeah, we lost Bo.
Oh,
This,
okay.
the internet. That's good. Ask your question. I'll try to answer it. I'm just joking.
So I guess the question that would be on everybody's mind would be right now is, there's always two sides to a coin, right? So there's going to be some people where this pandemic has put them in a horrible situation as far as whether they own a home or trying to own a home. But then for those people who have been denied for so many years, uh, it looks like again that 2008 is happening, and that they're going to be able to probably purchase a home sooner than they thought they would, just because of this
Mhm.
mass crisis. Um, so being somebody that who has been working for years and years to get their credit together, what is a way that they can capitalize on a pandemic when something like this hits the way it does? It's hitting banks, it's hitting mortgage companies, it's hitting the housing market. For the people that are still in a good position to purchase a home, what is the best way to do that right now, given all this pandemic?
How can somebody take advantage of what's going on, Bo?
Say it again.
Yeah.
How can somebody take advantage of what's going on in the pandemic right now? So if you've been somebody who you've been steadfast in building your credit and keeping your credit where it needs to be, uh, and now all these mortgage companies, banking, the housing market is getting ready to, it looks like they're ready to take another crash again, like in 2008. What is one way that someone can take advantage of this opportunity?
And see, I can hear you guys. It's cutting out a little bit. Hopefully you can hear me perfectly, and it could be just my network connection, which is why I started and restarted my phone.
I can
But
hear
if
you
you can
talking.
hear me correctly. Yeah, and I heard your question a little bit upon breaking up, but basically how to take advantage of this pandemic and epidemic. I mean, you got to think about it this way. Some of your greatest leaders, greatest inventors, greatest things were formed in such type of times that we are in now. Think about also how is a diamond created, right? Out of so much pressure from coal being pressurized so much, right? And it turns into a diamond, beautiful gem that everybody cherishes, that has exuberant, value based on people, you know, with it. But that's the same concept as, now it's a time that you take advantage of, things low, things are slow, or a home being, this changed, the banking criteria is changing.
Oh, it's cutting out.
A lot
It's cutting out.
easier than it was before because of the market. See, saying something
Yeah,
not here.
it's cutting out a little bit. We
I
can
can hear it
hear
now.
you.
Yeah, so a lot of things are slow because of the market.
Mm-hmm.
People can take.
Bo, we lost Bo again, man. And somebody or something don't want us to have this. That's all right. We're gonna keep going.
That's because we giving out too much good information. You ready to give them the keys to the kingdom?
Yeah. Hey, see, these are the type of conversations we have in the Business Minds community. We're gonna give Bo a couple of minutes to see if he can get a good connection. But remember, we're gonna be having a broadcast like this for different business minds leaders and different thought leaders within our community. And then you can also come and join us at thebusinessminds.com. Let's see, Bo. What is his little picture right there? What is it? We'll give him a couple more
Can
seconds.
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, Bo. Hello?
Oh,
Man, he was going too hard.
Yes.
Okay. You still there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Yes.
I guess we could just finish with audio.
you can finish up. We can try to cap out with audio.
Yeah, we don't want to make these lives too long anyway. Okay, Bo. So you show people, what they can expect to your from working with you, your experience. Now, what I would like to ask you, why did you choose to be a part of the Business Minds? No. Okay. He left. He left. We'll try to get him on, but we're about to go ahead and end it. We didn't want to make these too long. We just want to, give everybody who's not a part of the Business Minds a little taste of our community and some of our members. Next week, we will be interviewing the PMXG market founders, Mia and Phyllis. Tune in. Always, guys, you can go to our website, thebusinessminds.com. We have a free course on there, the 5 essentials to starting your own business. It's a free downloadable course. There, let me see, Bo, and then we'll close it out. Hey, Bo. Bo. I can't hear. That's okay. So we'll try to put him back, and Adrian even froze on him. So yeah, so check it out. Thebusinessminds.com. Check it out. We're an entrepreneur focused community. I'm gonna go ahead and end this, and thank you for everybody who joined us on live.